Alright y'all, I'm here trapped at my storage shed, so it's raining. I can't leave for now, so let's have a look at this. This just randomly popped up. Oxytocin, the love molecule, right? Holds the keys to your heart and also to your mind. So it's renowned for fostering emotional bonds and psychological well-being, also plays a pivotal role in cognitive functions. Now when it says fostering emotional bonds, I always attributed that a lot to vasopressin as well. Not just oxytocin. It's vasopressin that really plays a role there in the bonding part, forming long-lasting bonds. But I guess oxytocin acts like a dopamine reward does, you know, when you're making love, if you kiss someone or something, you know. Fascinating new research has shed light how oxytocin influences memory, opening new avenues for dementia treatment. Interesting. I mean, true. Some of these, like, you know, NPCs, they become flatlining emotionally. It's like they just turn off. Like, there's not even any sexual chakra action, right? The root chakra is where it all begins. I have a lot of energy, as you all know. I'm very active. I'm definitely all kinds of active, but definitely also sexually active, right? I'm just active. But, you know, I do find I have a lot of oxytocin production. Like, I'm quite loving and stuff, right? So, some people seem to be missing that. So this would be really good for their dementia. Because they're the type of people, they become demented. Because it's not about switching off emotions, about mastering them and, you know, feeling them, but then not necessarily going with them, right? And it's not just you want to shut out all emotion, because that's like a deadening, right? And a dementia. So it's interesting they've got the word dementia in here too. Because that's how I always saw it before I read anything about it, you know? Definitely Alzheimer's and stuff as well. So, that's good to hear. So, activating oxytocin neurons markedly enhance long-term object recognition memory. It's because it's something you love, right? That's what they've just discovered. Like, they probably fed the mice. The mice like, ooh, I love that cheese. They formed a long-term memory on where to get the cheese. It's probably about what their experiment did. You know what I mean? So yeah, obviously. I just think it's funny reading this stuff when you can just like visualize it in everyday life. Science is always so lagging. It just seems like what NPCs like get after the fact. They read science, think they're intelligent, and they're way behind. And yeah, I have heard this thing about lonely people dying earlier. But for instance, you can just love what you do, right? But you have to actually really, you know, love it. You know what I mean? You can't just make up that you love it. Because sometimes we can get a bit addicted to the movement, keeping you from getting stagnation and dementia feeling and depression, right? So you just end up working hard, and you kind of can get addicted to cortisol, stress hormone as well, and adrenaline and that. So yeah, it's a good idea to, when you get in that position, meditate into oxytocin more. It's a nicer feeling, you'll get more dopamine as well. So that's interesting. There is a widely acknowledged belief that dementia tends to advance more rapidly in settings where individuals experience loneliness or limited social engagement. So that's what I was saying. Crucial role of stimulating environment that activates oxytocin. Exactly. Yeah, and OPs I think need a bit more love. I'll tell you what, because they're the dark side, right? organic portals. So they could definitely use this. And you definitely get a lot of this production when you're on psychedelics, right? You get more oxytocin. It helps that euphoria. And the memory, by the looks of it. And they need way more empathy because they are soulless, so, you know. So it regulates stress response, definitely. Stress-related disorders, cardiovascular health, anti-inflammatory. Nice.